Well, a couple errors proved costly in a 4-2 Orioles loss to the Rays, and we're breaking it down here on MASN All Access Extra as we're joined by Orioles Hall of Famer and World Series MVP Rick Dempsey. Rick, thanks so much for hopping on here.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's a pleasure. It's actually been a lot of fun, Paul, watching the ball club and some of the guys that are getting to play now are really showing that in the future, they're going to be a pretty good ball club.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah, I mean, they hung with the Rays tonight in the series opener. Couple errors kind of hurt them. Pat Valaika, some throwing errors, and both of those guys ended up scoring in what ended up being a close game. It feels like they were there the entire game, and if it weren't for those two missteps, they might have been winning this game tonight.
Well, we've seen this a little bit in quite a few of the games. A lot of bobbling going on there. They not being able to turn the double plays because of it. And then Valaika tonight, who just made a high throw at first base that really cost the ball club a lot and everything. He's getting an opportunity to play on the field. I really like this kid. I like his swing. I think once he gets settled in one position, he's going to be a whole lot better. I don't know if that's going to be shortstop or not. He can play a lot of different spots, and I just like his demeanor. I like his presence in the batter's box. He's got a very good swing. He can hit the breaking ball. He's not intimidated. So I think, with a little playing time, he's probably going to be a pretty darn good player in the future here.
And Rick, you've been impressed with what you've seen from Tommy Milone, a crafty lefty veteran guy who went 5 1/3 in this one, gave up 4 runs, just 2 of them earned. What do you think of his performance at the Trop tonight?
He's amazing that he is such a guy who doesn't throw over 86 miles an hour. He can set himself up pretty well out there. I like the fact he's got a pretty good changeup. The one thing, if somebody guesses a speed off of him and they guess right, they can hit the ball a lot. He'll give up those home runs that he has been, Big hits like that. I think he's got to hide the ball a little bit more. Good delivery, a very good, very nice release point. Maybe one of the best in their rotation. But release points, you still, even though you can get the ball in the strike zone, you've got to really be able to change your speeds well. And I think we talked about it before in this first couple of once the team gets locked into speed, they don't really, they look for the changeup and off-speed stuff, and they can adjust to the fastball. That's when he gives up his doubles and his home runs. And so he's pretty smart out there. I like the way he locates that changeup. It's perfect amount of movement on that ball where somebody has to be looking in order for him to hit it. But, overall, he's going to keep you in a lot of ball games. I like that about him. The Orioles just didn't score enough runs. I mean, look at Glasnow, the outing that he had. He's a big-time strikeout pitcher. He can get it up there 97, 98 miles an hour when he wants to. He's got a huge curveball. I was impressed with his outing, going deep in the ball game like he did. He was the one that really saved that ball game for the Rays.
Yeah, Tyler Glasnow setting a personal best with 13 strikeouts. He was just mowing down Orioles tonight. The Orioles got just 2 runs off of Glasnow in this one. One of them came from a Renato Nunez solo homer. Is it good to see Renato Nunez back and hitting the ball over the fence, Rick?
Well, I really like him. He reminds me of Tony Perez from the Cincinnati Reds years ago. He's just that kind of guy in the lineup who he isn't a standout like a Johnny Bench or guys like that. He's just a guy who's very solid. He can carry the ball club. He doesn't fool you with his power because he's got power. But the most impressive thing about Nunez is even though you can't make a mistake in that middle end with him, he will take a good, tough 2-strike pitch the opposite way. I've seen him do that down the right field line in that area. When he gets behind in the count, he looks to put the ball in play. And that's what I like about him. Much improved offensively this year over last year, even though he did hit the 31 home runs, I think it was. And wow, he is a solid player for the Orioles. And I think, playing at first base isn't going to hurt the ball club because he does okay. He's pretty darn good over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Between him and Nunez and Ruiz and Santander, they have some guys who can really hit the ball out of the ballpark. But thanks so much, Rick, for hopping on here. Orioles Hall of Famer Rick Dempsey joining us here to break it down on MASN All Access Extra.
Okay, Paulie, you take care, man.